Ebenezer, greetings everyone. My name is Prophet Chike Jideonwo of the Ebenezer Ministries. So today I'll be talking about um, a topic. It is something I've titled um, Delivered but Damaged. Delivered but Damaged. You see, um, many people, they see the success, they see the finished product, they praise, they, 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 they admire the finished product. But nobody ever sees the scar, the time, the failures, the stress, the anguish that has been put in before the end product, the perfect product, which can now be seen. Nobody ever sees that. You can be delivered yet damaged. What do I mean? You see, the surgeon is always busy taking care of others. The doctors, he's busy performing surgeries, treating, taking care of medical needs of their patients. But this same doctor, this same surgeon might be passing through serious marital problems. But then he or she is obliged every day to show up in the hospital and take care of the needs of others, whereas he also is damaged somewhere. Do you know that the same pastor, prophet, bishop you are going to for counseling might be passing through even more serious marital issues than yourself? And yet, no one asks them, no one cares to ask, how are you? How is your home? No, they all come to fetch from the well. So Jesus said to the woman by the well, the Samaritan woman, Jesus said, if you know who you are talking to, you will ask of the water I have to give. Why? Because you keep coming to this well to fetch. This is someone else's, someone putting a whole hard work, labored for this, right? Let me use this example. Do you know the mechanic who fixes the car? But then his own car is parked in the garage. Why? The car has faults. Now, who does he call? The whole essence of this message is to make us understand that you can be delivered, you can be an expert in this area of life, but be damaged in the other area. The richest man in Africa, the richest man in the world at one point was Bill Gates. Whereas the same Bill Gates now is divorced. The same Bill Gates was passing through marital problems in his house because divorce does not happen overnight. You see, people, like I said, people tend to see the finished product. You can be a millionaire, yet you are carrying scars and hurts and heartaches. People were seeing Jesus and going to him for miracles and all that. But a time came in the Garden of Gethsemane, and Jesus began to sweat and pray until the Bible said his sweat fell to the ground as blood. And he said, Father, take this cup away. Jesus began to negotiate. Why? He has seen the damages that he is going to bear in his body before the perfect product, before the name above every other name, before he goes back to his kingdom and reign forevermore. He knew then, as a man, that he was going to pass through a season of damages, damage on his skin, on his person, on his psychic. He was going to be damaged and bruised. You see, the mystery about damage is, even after you have come out of it, the consequences, the implications, the lingers on. Mephibosheth, the son of Saul, there was an attack, and the maid carried the little child. In the process of trying to save the kid, it slipped and fell and broke his two legs, and Mephibosheth, the Bible said, was crippled, was damaged in his legs. He was saved, he was delivered from danger, but Mephibosheth now is damaged. I'll go back to Jesus. I said, even after being delivered, even after you have made it, you are now a millionaire. But the dangers, the damages you incurred in the process of you becoming what you have become lingers on. It takes the gift of the Holy Spirit. It takes the mercies of God for you to scale through. What do I mean? Before you got married, look at all happened. Your heart was broken how many times? You did awful things. You snatched one or two boyfriends. You dated married men. Today, praise be the Lord, you are born again and you are married. But the things you did those days sometimes comes to haunt you. You are delivered, but yet damaged. Today, you are married, but now you are now living with the consequences of the multiple abortions you did yesterday. Today, you are delivered, but not yet, but yet without a child. You are delivered, but you are still suffering. There is an aspect in your life where you are damaged. Abraham, you are delivered. You are now the father of all nations. You have now produced your heir, the promised child, Isaac. But then the damage has been done. Ishmael is there to remind you of the damage. Do you know how many times Abraham would have sat and said, if only? You see, a pastor, a lawyer, we see pastors, ministers of God in different scandals. And then we begin to throw stones and judge. I know it's a very heavy teaching. It's a heavy one. I can feel it in my spirit. But I'm talking to somebody who you happen to stumble upon this teaching. Even with the damage, Jesus is not judging you. You can still make it. You can still be happy even with the damage. Call on Arnold Schwarzenegger. He used to be Mr. World with the muscles and all that, but has issues with the heart. You can be delivered and be damaged. Those people you are envying, those people you strive to be like, do you know what they are passing through? Do you know what is happening? In what area they might be damaged? Do you know? Get the Holy Spirit involved in your circumstances. Pray. And I assure you, you can still get to the promised land even if you are damaged. Paul, you can still write 1/3 of the New Testament even if you have a thorn in your flesh. My message of encouragement to you watching and listening to this is, you might be damaged somewhere. You might be carrying the scars somewhere hidden in your body, but you can still write more than half of the New Testament. The best is yet to come. You can still achieve the best. You can still attain glory, even if you are damaged in a particular area. Ebenezer, greetings everyone. My name is Prophet Chike Jideonwo, and I love you.